So before we get into this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Today's film that we're going to be discussing is a double feature in this case, The Big Lebowski, and then talking about the Jesus Rolls. So The Big Lebowski is a 1998 black comedy written, produced, and directed by Joel and Ethan Coen of the Coen brothers. The film stars Jeff Bridges as Jeffrey the Dude Lebowski.
I'm the dude, so that's what you call me.
He's as a Los Angeles slacker and avid bowler, and after basically getting assaulted in his home and after a mistaken identity, he learns that a millionaire, also named Mr. Lebowski, who basically was the original one, was gonna be hit on, supposedly, he is basically just said, hey, find my daughter and give these kidnappers all my money, the money. But what happens actually is he and his friend...
No time to argue.
Hey, man!
The bridge!
Hey, Walter! Hey, Walter! Hey, Walter!
There goes the ring!
What the fuck?
Okay.
Walter ended up keeping the money for themselves, and a lot of shenanigans go forth, and secrets are kind of revealed. I'm gonna be honest, I had never seen this film. I had only seen, the Hudsucker Proxy, and as well as, what was the Western film they did, about a Buster Scraggs. So yeah, I've also seen, what was it? Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? So yeah, I haven't seen a ton of the Coen brothers films, in honesty. But before we get into my thoughts and all that stuff, let's go right into who was in the cast of this film. So, like I previously stated, Jeff Bridges as Jeffrey the Dude Lebowski, John Goodman as Walter Sobchak, Julianne Moore as Maud Lebowski, Steve Buscemi as Donnie, David Huddleston as Jeffrey the Big Lebowski, Philip Seymour Hoffman as Brant, Tara Reid as Bunny Lebowski, John Turturro as Jesus Quintanto, Sam Elliott as The Stranger, David Lewis as Knox Harrington, Ben Gazer as Jackie Treehorn, Peter Stormore, George Vagos, and Flea as Vanillists. So, what was my overall thoughts on the film? Like I said previously, I had never seen this film. Most of my introduction to the film were from the memes involving Walter. And, unfortunately, I had to take it in stride and not think about those. Because, shouldn't let those annoying memes get in my way. But so, I really enjoyed this film. Honestly, did. I thought the characters were likable. I thought even though this film isn't say the most laugh out loud thing, it still at times could be rather humorous.
Ah, nice marmot.
And honestly, yeah, I really enjoyed this film. Some of the, moments where I actually kind of thought, okay, thought this is, that really, okay, now I'm into this, were mostly, moments, when Walter, goes really praised, when, the right at zero, when they're playing golf, when they're doing bowling.
Smokey, my friend, you're entering a world of pain.
Walter, man.
You mark that frame and 8, you're entering a world of pain.
I'm not.
A world of pain.
Look, dude, this is your partner.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? Mark at 0.
The one thing that didn't make sense to me though is since like one of the guys that he's threatening complains, how exactly is like Walter like how come he's still being allowed to be at the property? Is it just he's a paying customer or something? I mean, yeah, that didn't really make sense to me, honestly. Like, say, hey, he's friending them with a gun, and yeah, he just says, like, hey, guys, be careful, or I'm gonna have to, yeah. That really didn't make much sense to me, because they're still allowing them there, but oh, well, it doesn't matter. I did actually kind of think, like, say the narrator, like, which played by Sam Elliott. I kind of thought it was kind of like at times, like, it was kind of funny, and the fact that, he's breaking the fourth wall, he shows up, and all that, and honestly, so, I kind of find that was kind of actually kind of fun. The one thing that I kind of thought, okay, that, I mean, there was one thing that just kind of thought, like, okay, was, that made me think, okay, I really enjoying this film was, when Walter is just destroying, who he believes is like some kid's car.
Here you go, Larry. You see what happens? You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens? This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry.
But it's actually a neighbor's car.
What happens, Larry? This is what happens when you fuck a stranger.
What the fuck you doing, man? Stop it!
Hey, man.
I just bought that fucking car last week!
Whoa.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Something happens. His car keeps getting destroyed. First it gets shot at. Then it gets the glass gets shattered in by the other guy. And then it gets burned by the nihilists.
Well, they finally did it. They killed my fucking car.
We want some money, Lebowski.
Yeah, otherwise we kill the girl.
Yeah, it seems you have forgotten our little deal, Lebowski.
You don't have the fucking girl, dipshit. We know you never did.
And yeah, so the one thing that doesn't make sense to me, if they're nihilists and they just keep on saying, we want the money, like say, a nihilist doesn't care about anything, so like, why would you just...
Are these the Nazis, Walter?
No, Johnny, these men are nihilists. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Nihilists don't care about things, so wouldn't that mean, like, say, oh, you're not gonna give us money? So, okay, we'll get rid of the girl anyways. I mean, yeah. If they're nihilists, they really don't care what's going on, so, yeah. I mean, I also kind of find it sad, when, Donnie, at the funeral sequence with Donnie, when he has the heart attack, I kind of thought that was sad.
Put man down, dude.
God, they shot him, man.
Not shot. No, dude.
They shot Donnie?
There weren't any shots fired.
Huh?
It's a heart attack. Call the medics, dude. I go myself, but I'm pumping blood. Might pass out. Rest easy, good buddy. You're doing fine. We got help chopper in it.
I kind of thought his character was innocent, even though he was always being constantly yelled at by Walter to shut up. Yeah. He seems like, say, just like, say, like, just like the quiet friend who's there at times. Although I liked Jesus in this film, looking forward, makes me think, like, say, why was there a spin-off given? Exactly. But before we get, I mean, overall, final thoughts on The Big Lebowski. I think it's entertaining. I like the dream sequences in it at times. I mean, overall, I just think this film is just a very entertaining film. Now let's talk about the Jesus roles. So, the Jesus roles came out in 2020, and it was directed and written by John Turturro. And it doubles as a remake of the 1974 French film Going Places. Which I have never seen, so I cannot really say did he do a good job at remaking that film. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. Compared to the Big Lebowski, I mean, I'm sure that Jean had tried to give all he could in making a great, well-written film. However, I just feel like overall this film was honestly kind of boring, honestly. Like, I mean, the acting is good, and honestly, but at the same time, I wasn't just like, say, there wasn't moments where I thought, okay, I'm laughing my butt off or anything. But before I get into too far into criticizing it or judging it, basically, what was the film about? Basically, Jesus gets out of jail, and basically he goes all along with a friend out of prison, and yeah, he goes along with a friend, Petey, and they start to go into town and all that stuff and get into a bunch of shenanigans ranging from stealing cars and having a lot of sex with others. So the cast includes John Turturro as Jesus Quinto, as Jesus, Bobby Cannavale as Petey, Audrey Tautou as Marie, Pete Davidson as Jack Bursom, John Hamm as Paul Dominique, Suzanne Sardone as Jean Pearson, and Sonia Raga as Mother. Oh, and Christopher Walken was the warden. Oh, and Tim Blake Nelson was in the film as the doctor. I mean, I like Tim Blake Nelson also. What are my thoughts on the film? Well, and honestly, I was kind of bored from out most of it. Whereas, like, say, I mean, I know this is a spin-off, and, you know, this one has a different story and all that. Whereas, like, say, The Big Lebowski had more of a dark comedy vibe, where this one has a crime comedy vibe. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really think the humor worked compared to The Big Lebowski. And yeah, I mean, that's the unfortunate thing. I'm not saying the film is like, you know, like say, oh, this is terrible and all that, but I just found it just really not really uninteresting, honestly. I'll be honest, like, say, at times, like, say, although the lighting could be, you know, give you, like, a sense of the mood and all that, but at times, it seemed like, it's kind of like, say, they thought, okay, like, say, they were trying to go for more natural lighting, but at the same time, I thought, I'm having trouble exactly seeing what's going on at times. And, yeah, it would get kind of repetitive, like, say, okay, we're going to this place, okay, now we're going to have a bunch of, sex. Now we're going to this place. Oh no, like, say, the cops now know where we are. Okay, now we're gonna go this way. This way, that way. And, I mean, yeah, I mean, although that's the whole gist of it, it just didn't feel like, say, okay, like, compared to, like, say, The Big Lebowski, honestly, their characters aren't that memorable. I'm not gonna really remember, like, say, say Petey, or say Jack Bursom, or like Marie. I'm gonna remember, like, say that Marie was basically this free-spirited woman who liked to have sex, and that Jack seemed to be like one word would be probably say unhinged, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like, say, compared to, say, the Big Lebowski, John Turturro, he probably had, like, tried to figure, okay, how do I write my character to be fully developed in a film compared to a film where he was just a side character and give him full depth. And I bet that was kind of hard, honestly. And I'll bet he tried his darnest, but unfortunately, he could have done better. I feel like to say, in all honesty. And yeah, I kind of feel like although this is a spinoff, I mean, I feel like it would have kind of helped, like, say, even though this is just a crime story, like, what if, like, say, there was, like, a moment where they were, like, all just, what if there was, like, a moment where they, like, say, PD and Jesus and Maria, they were all smoking, and then they had a real big high, and then they were, like, stealing someone else's car, and all that, although that would have been perpetrating stereotypes, it would have been something, memorable. But I think that one thing that hurts this film is it's not like it doesn't have anything to make it memorable. And honestly, I'm not saying the acting's bad, it's not.
Your mother sent us.
767.
Oh, why didn't she come herself? She got out 2 months ago.
Yeah, she went abroad.
Where?
Portugal.
Where's Portugal? I mean, I haven't heard from her in 2 months. She couldn't write. What the fuck is she doing in Portugal?
She split with a good friend of ours, a terrific guy. Yeah. He's an engineer.
But compared to its predecessor, there's not that much you're really going to be remembering from this film, in honesty. And I'm sure like the actors probably had a lot of fun and doing this. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on The Big Lebowski? What are your thoughts on the Jesus Roll? And sadly, there's only one moment in the Jesus Roll where they go bowling. And yeah, I mean, that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, say, yeah, he just goes bowling once in the film and that's it? Then why do you have, understand you're getting off, say, attention from the previous film where you have the hairnet and the bowling ball on it. But, yeah, I've gone on too far. But what do you guys think? Put your thoughts in comments down below. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time. See you later.